right, so we have already talked about in this class transformations, and we've talked about A on a sine or cosine function and talked about how it stretches or compresses it vertically, as well as it could reflect it vertically. And we talk about that stretch as affecting the key feature of amplitude. We've also talked about B and how that's a horizontal stretch or compress, and how that B value, if we stretch or compress it horizontally, that's going to affect our period, which is the length of one cycle. And today we're going to talk about C and D. So I want to think about if we want to shift a graph up 1 unit or down 2 units, shifting up or down, that affects that D value, that comes from that D value, right? So if I was going to write a possible sine function that shifts up 1 unit, I could say sine of x plus 1. Okay? Now, do I have to have those parentheses here? I do not. I could have this without them. Okay? But I like to put them for clarity that plus 1 is on the outside, even though we know without the parentheses that that must mean it's on the outside. And if I was going to shift it down 2, we would have that D value be minus 2 instead. Now, shifting left and right, we know comes from the C value. Okay, so if I was going to shift a graph, a sine graph, to the left pi over 3, I'm going to have it inside because we're going left and right. So I'm going to have pi over 3 here, and we just have to decide because it's going left, we are going to put plus pi over 3. And if we want to shift it right 4 units, then we are going to have minus 4 units. Okay?